And welcome back inside here, J.D. MacArthur Arena in Owen Sound. We're getting ready for the finals. I took a little walk around the arena, and I ran into Matt Tutton's father. He's the Kitchener Lions goaltender, of course. We didn't know a whole lot about Mr. Tutton, but I can tell you he has a couple of children here, but his little daughter was standing over there and gave me a big smile. Oh, she is an absolute sweetie there. I was having a little chat with her and Grandpa, and he said the other little one's down by, her brother is down by the ice surface over there. And then on the way back, I ran into Theo Peckham's newest little addition to the family.
Very nice.
Just outside our booth to the left there as well, with one of the grandmas. So
awesome.
That's lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And speaking of awesome, this is going to be an awesome finals. I did fill up my bracket.
Okay.
Don't want to toot my own horn, but
okay.
I did have these two guys in the finals.
Your horn is being tooted by Hamilton
Tooting all
and Guelph?
the way.
Nice. So, Guelph, it was the onion rings that made you toot your horn. Yes. It happens to the best of us, my friend, especially if they're from A&W. I don't know why. But Hamilton and Guelph. Hamilton's record is now 12-1. That's pretty darn impressive. And Guelph has improved to 6-2.
Yeah, so 6-2. Obviously now tied with Toronto for that second place spot. So like I mentioned before the break, they come out with a win, they jump into second. If they lose, they'll stay in that 3-hole spot. Obviously Hamilton, win, loss, doesn't matter. They have such a big lead right now.
Yeah.
They will still remain in first place. So a big game for the standings, a big game for the hometown crowd. And I mean, going through that roster for the Brewers, Brett McLean from Port Elgin, just down the highway.
Right.
Greg Virgo from Port Elgin, Miles McLean from Port Elgin, Theo Peckham, lives here in Owen Sound, played in Owen Sound with the Attack. Chris Menard from Owen Sound, played in his OHL career with Owen Sound as well. Jeff McDermott from Owen Sound, played with the Attack. And then Alex Dupuis and Chris Chappell, the only two guys that aren't from here. They're outsiders, but both of them have experience, playing in the OHL, playing in these buildings. So,
and don't forget the goal that Chappell scored. Not just like he had a clear-cut breakaway. He's just been on fire. Chappell has. So they welcome an outsider as long as you contribute, quite like that. And for the Hamilton Tigers, I mean, wow, just a tremendous team. Number 25, Chad Spur. I mean, there's an argument for him. Josh Rinaldi has just been on fire as well. As we take a look here at the Hamilton, their record now has, of course, improved in that. And of course, so is the scoring. But Mr. Brewer, who isn't in the lineup tonight, he's finding his lead challenged. Yeah,
I don't think his assists will be a fact. I think Mike Burgoyne might maybe take over that assist lead with 7. But I know now Rinaldi definitely with 2 goals. He has the lead for goals and in points. So we'll have to tally that all up. But right now, Josh Rinaldi is my pick for Hamilton for the Ship My Pants MVP. Like you said, you could probably maybe go with Chad Spur. You could probably go with Mike Burgoyne as well. On the other end, I mean, Chris Menard is up there. Chris Chappell is up there. Alex Dupuis, I think you could almost maybe even put in the conversation after the game he had there. So lots of options that we will have here. But one thing is for sure that we are in for a great game here between these two top teams.
This is a tremendous place to, A, take in a game. It's a wonderful, welcoming community. But, B, there's an electricity here in the building.
Yes.
Walking around, there's pockets of happy families. Kids are running everywhere. That's a terrific sign. I mean, I take my son to hockey games. He doesn't care about the game. He doesn't care about anything. He just wants some popcorn and to run around with all the other kids and have the time of his life. There's plenty of youngsters high-fiving the players, some players, signing autographs and things like that. So it's a real carnival-like atmosphere, a tremendous turnout here. You'd have to look all around the building to see all the people, but they're spread everywhere. When you take a walk around, you can see them all over the place, especially when you head down to the concessions and everything. But we're in for an exciting final, and it's fitting because it's a great tournament.
Oh, absolutely. There's probably almost about 40 people in the Bear Den alone up in that little box up at the top, and a lot of the fans are right around where our press box is, so the folks at home can't see quite how many people there are, but a very, very good crowd. We have a good showing as well on Facebook Live for the fans at home, and big game, $3,000 on the line here. So not only, so also don't hesitate to shoot us a tweet at 3HLtour.com. Of course, Instagram as well, at 3HL, or go to our website, 3HLtour.com, or of course, our YouTube. All these games will be up on YouTube, and some highlights and lots of fun stuff. So if you did miss the action, or you're going to, for whatever reason, turn this game off, you will you'll be able to see what's going on in condensed form in this finals here.
I'm being told I need to try and drum up some excitement in my voice. I'm being told specifically, come on, get some excitement into your call. Here we go. And here's one of the guys who will be challenging for the lead, Brett McLean. He heading back for the puck. With it now. In back of the net, Theo Peckham played it off the wall, settles it down, made a soft little pass in front of his net. Look at this. I think he's not even trying. I mean, I've seen guys skate a little quicker in warm-up. Although when he has to turn on the Jets, he certainly can. His little ones are here in attendance just to our left outside the booth. The littlest one is having a nap right now. Daddy's playing.
Heads up play by Theo Peckham, recognizing the puck goes out. He stopped right at that dot there to make sure that his team wasn't going to miss the face-off, as it is a quick draw.
Here's Chappell playing it across. He found number 26 out there, Menard. Back of the net. Here comes Hamilton. They're trying to slow it down. That Burgoyne, it looks like him. Backhanding that puck in. Yeah, that was number 22. But it's Guelph with it in back.
I was going to say, quick note about Chris Menard. Although Charlie Stevens of the London Threes wasn't in the lineup today, both of them played a few years in the DEL over in Germany, so those two guys know each other quite well.
I was actually, last night I was at dinner with my brother-in-law who's over from Germany, speaking of the Deutschland Elite League, and I was telling him a lot of the players head to Germany to play there. And I actually ran into some that I'd called their games before at the airport leaving a little town called Bremen. Oh, on the poke check there, it was nearly a break, but that's too rich for Hamilton, and sent back the length of the ice inside Guelph.
Looks like both these teams are just kind of feeling each other out, not really taking too many risks.
And Justin Fox is poised. He's got the lid off the Sharpie. He's waiting with a giant check, but he was not filled in the name yet. He's waiting to see how this one.
I mean, these two teams are so close.
They are, aren't they?
Oh.
You almost think it's going to be one of those, like somebody scores a goal and that's going to be the difference, as we saw in Aurora, as you were reminding me. Hamilton now down the left wing side. But yeah, and you know, it doesn't help any for me anyways. Both colors look pretty similar.
Yeah.
When you glance down at your sheet and you look up, who's got the puck? Is that black or purple from up here? And here comes.
With the gold piping as well, too.
Yes, this making it interesting. There's a pass across. Tried to step around his man, but it's taken away. Hamilton. 2-on-1 shaping up. Shot. Kicked aside. Chappell off the bench. Plays it. And now here comes Guelph. The Brew Crew. Spur turned aside. And they're calling over and back, are they?
Over and back, indeed. Chris Chappell doesn't like that. I think he was suggesting that Hamilton might have touched the puck there.
So just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Cut, fake shot. Well, that one steered aside. It looked like it may have been the shaft of this goal stick there, maybe the blocker. It seemed like it was earmarked for the top corner. There's another one that was definitely earmarked upstairs. Chopped that, couple of sticks collide. Puck in the corner. Guelph on it now. Sauce pass, knocked out of midair by Rinaldi. Chad Spur. His pass didn't make it to the intended target. And coming back the other way is Brett McLean, but he had the puck taken away from him. Hamilton settling it down a little bit now. Jeff Caster goes for a circle. Looks down ice. Didn't find his man and didn't find the opposition either. Now they've got it. Hamilton, oh, that would have been a great pass.
It's a very, very long shift for Chris Chappell. He's going to want to get off the ice here.
Yeah.
As they've mentioned, a little bit of a shorter bench than they normally have.
Although they're all staying out there, all of them. And by all of them, I mean Theo Peckham, who's got the puck right now. Chappell heading towards the front of the net. Theo takes that off the end wall. Chopped away by the netminder. We've got a Winwell penalty shot. Interference is being called. Is it Guelph that gets the first op?
It is, and I didn't see it. I was checking behind the play to see when Chris Chappell was going to make that change, and he decided not to as he saw there was a penalty coming. So he's going to take this penalty shot with Chasers. Third of the afternoon.
Third of the afternoon. Chappell doesn't miss much. Oh, but that time, son, that time, the exception.
The goaltender from SUNY Oswego makes the big save, flashing the leather.
Hamilton. Oh, and speaking of leather being flashed and saves in that sort of vein of thought, not too bad at the other end there is the Guelph netminder, Alex Dupuis. Shows what he's made of.
Yeah, Dupuis has been so sharp in between the pipes so far today, all season long. I mean, one of the weaknesses, I guess you could say, of Guelph was consistency in between the pipes. Well, that has definitely been solved with Alex Dupuis this season.
He's really shored him up on the back end, hasn't he? That one's an indirect pass. He gets around to Spur. Spur's got a man, finds him. It's Caster, Jeff Caster. He's running out of real estate there. Now they're using the ice. Here is Spur. He's going to step around his man. He is. Oh, and he tried to get another shot, but his numerical counterpart was preventing him from getting a good look there. It was McDermott on Guelph. Hamilton's Andrew Marcoux. They tried to find him in the middle of the ice. That was the best sort of look thus far. Well, they've had a few looks, really. There's Burgoyne now. Oh, launching this one back. Into the corner, it goes almost a set play, having to kick it to himself, and you have to hurry as this one goes back over, but it was helped over. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. 0-0 is the score in this one. $3,000 to the winner, a total of $7,000. Wouldn't it be grand? 7 of them. Return feed off the back wall there. Peckham finds his man. Here he comes. Brett McLean. Oh, he dished that one wide of the mark, and it just danced off the stick. Whoa, in behind everybody is McLean. Tuck it home down to the top of the pad. The right leg makes the stop and foils the attempt.
Oh, what a save by Hick. Great stop. We've seen him. He's been on full display. Brett Leggett. What the heck?
Chris Hike with a shutout, don't forget, in the last game in the semifinals, of course. So we were hearing about him in the interview with Sam McDade, because sometimes, you know, there's last-minute additions. There often is, as you said last night, as time expires. And they're having some words here, Spur is, and him and Peckham, yeah. So we were hoping for things to get a little heated up. Pat Gregoire, they're heating.
Wouldn't be the first time Theo Peckham's taken a penalty in this barn, would it?
No, it wouldn't be. No, I think
I mean, I think he is quite literally the one who's done it most for the Owen side.
Yes, for Owen Sound. In this building and many others, I'm sure.
Yeah, not just this building.
No. Let's say he's had his fair share of a box all to himself, a private box, at every arena he goes to almost.
I wonder if he still gets his mail sent to these penalty boxes here.
Pizza and everything else. So we're down to about 15 seconds in period number 2. He's set to go. Are you seeing any kind of clear-cut, you know, this team's deadly and they're sort of circling their wagons, or is it just, it's been a possum right now, isn't it? Drops.
Yeah, both teams are just kind of feeling each other out. No one really has taken a ton of chances, and I mean, both teams kind of have already said that today, that that's the style they play. Hamilton specifically, we heard Jeff Caster say, you know, we play very safe, we play sound, and then we capitalize on our chances. And we've seen Guelph do that for 2 seasons now. You know, so sound defensively, and when they get their chances, they attack. So both teams really haven't made a mistake, so they haven't been able to attack.
No. There's been very little other than the clear-cut the breakaway Chris Chappell had, of course, on the interference call, the Winwell penalty shot with Chasers. Chappell now working along the wall. He's got a man. He's dancing around everybody, isn't he? And he's protected well. He's getting his stick lifted. Who is that who's doing the chasing? Oh, somebody takes somebody with authority into the end boards. That would be Josh Rinaldi. Over and back, though. By the way, the possum, I heard a great joke the other day at the Canadian Mining Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. He said the Leafs remind us of possum because they're asleep at home and then they get killed on the road.
Nice.
Which, even though I'm a Leaf fan, I thought was very clever. I had to use that one because I mentioned possum earlier. Like, they're playing possum. I'm like, where did that? I just heard something about a possum recently, as Guelph has it. Greg Virgo All the way down ice. That one goes up and into the mesh.
Well, if the Guelph Brewers come out with a win here, they're going to want all their tournaments up north above the GTA because they won in Collingwood, and then they could potentially win here in Owen Sound. So they might have to relocate.
They won in Saugeen Shores, is that not correct?
Yes, they did them too last year.
Yeah, that's right. That's where we had the first look at Theo Peckham's first little one, and I just saw the second little one here having a sleep in the bassinet there with Grandma. Doesn't even realize Daddy's hard at work on the ice below trying to win some diapers. And there he is. He won that battle, too. Never mind diapers. He's got a man streaking to the net, though. Oh, what a goal, Dad! Oh, and he yells to the crowd. That was actually the Kitchener Lions goaltender, Tutton's kids, but that's okay.
Theo Peckham, always a crowd pleaser this time, snapping one home, popping the water bottle. He's fired up. A huge goal for the Guelph Brewers as they take a 1-0 lead here in Owen Sound.
Wow. And Hamilton, the team with only one loss to their credit so far. Just a phenomenal club. Find themselves having to play chase in this one. Long pass down ice, finds the man. Here comes number 9, cuts. Oh, taken down there. And shoved hard on the inboard, so he turns around and gives a bit of stick action.
Josh Rinaldi and some other players on this Guelph team have been mixing it up.
Certainly have. That was
Jeff McDermott laying the body there.
Yeah, no kidding. Here is number 25 for the Tigers, Chad Spur. Playing it back below the line, getting a change in, Spur was.
So one thing we know here, there isn't going to be another new tour champion. There's only been three teams to win titles.
Really? That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, this tournament, or this tour season, I should say.
Okay.
We talk about how there is a lot of parity in the league, but there's only been 3 of them to get the job done.
Yeah, to find the legs to play that third game and come out on top. Here's some legs now down the right wing side, waiting for somebody to catch up. Finding him. Big shot. Well, actually, it was a real shot. It was off the toe with his stick. Didn't seem like it was a real wind-up, sort of, but the delivery was pretty good. And there, without the goal stick, making a left-handed stop. Hamilton's netminder keeping them in it, and that one goes back over center. Over and back with 3:30 exactly to go in the championship game. Hamilton have the puck. Burgoyne. Mike Burgoyne into the corner he goes. Burgoyne protects, cuts back through some traffic there. I think he wanted to sift the shot through a pile of bodies, kind of like through the shot out of the forest, if you will. Guelph. D to D, deep in their zone. Another pass to the near side. Guelph likes to slow things down. 1-0 Brewers to the middle of the ice. Check delivered. Pass delivered, though, as well. And there's a little chop of the stick there off of Jeff McDermott on his man. Oof. That one steered aside as they're really battling here. Hamilton, a player got a chop, and they saw that one. So here we go, Hamilton. And there's a hook as well, just for good measure. As they're having some words now as they go by. We haven't had any fisticuffs, but we have had some incidents. Remember in Oshawa last year, right at the end there? There was 2 players went down, yeah.
Guelph in London, yeah.
That one was close.
Yeah, Josh Rinaldi, clearly not a fan favorite with the Guelph Brewers.
No. Andrew Marcoux, clear cut breakaway with chasers. Can't seal it. Had a chance to tie the game. Chappell says, let's see what I can do. I'm going the other way. He's all alone, though. Working against, he tried to dance around his man. Too well defended. Hamilton coming down the left wing side. They got a man. They find him. It's Marcoux. It skips on him, though. Marcoux battles for the puck. Can't take it away from Chappell, but Chappell didn't lose it. Shot coming. That was a slap pass, if you will, looking for a redirect. Puck delivered gently down the ice. And it's not an over and back, so Hamilton regroups inside their own zone. Jeff Caster leaves the puck and heads off. Pass, I'm not sure Spur saw that. Oh, sure he did. He's got eyes in the back of his head. Then he throws that one across. Tremendous effort on the back end. I think that was Miles McLean who took that puck away, but here they come. Oh, great stop. Got the stick on that one and steered it wide. He's saying, do you want me to the bench? There's 1:13 to go in this one. It's a 1-0 game. Hamilton ties it like that, though. He didn't even have to get to the bench.
It's almost like Mike Burgoyne knew that Chad Spur was going to pot one in there. with a minute to go and stop time has begun. We are in for an unbelievable finish here in Owen Sound.
So the 2000-2001 CIS Rookie of the Year and first All-Star team member has tied the game. Hamilton now, Marcoux. Nice to step around Big Daddy Peckham, who says, no, you don't. Here they come with 43 seconds to go. Peckham has one goal already. He's got it back, takes it off the toes. Got it on the far side, half boards. Takes a look, tried to sift the pass across, too many bodies in the way. Now he's got it across, 30 seconds exactly. Return feed, back door. Oh, that one takes a weird hop. Oh, it scores! It's gonna count there. Was it ugly? Yes. Will you dance with her? Yes. They got that goal. 23.4. Wow.
Unbelievable. And Hamilton's going to take a timeout, not to stop the clock, but maybe to grab a breath and try to figure things out here. Brett McLean.
He should have the difference maker right now.
Yeah, he does. That's going to potentially be the game winner. A huge afternoon for him. Got to be in the conversation for Ship My Pants MVP, no doubt about that.
Well, McLean was trying to hook up Theo Peckham on the far side. That was what the intent. Look at all the kids up in that booth over there staring. They're all enjoying this. Thoroughly enjoying this one now. So 23.48 seconds. Guelph leads Hamilton by a score of 2-1. Not exactly Cinderella, but Hamilton's been running roughshod over everybody with only one loss. So, and there's a little bit of bad blood between these two clubs. So the net is empty. Hamilton with 4 attackers. Mike Burgoyne off the draw with 20 seconds to go. Has it. An indirect pass all the way down ice, but that's gobbled up by Theo Peckham, who looks to ice it. Just wide of the mark, but that's going to be enough to kill it. There's only 7 seconds to go. Here's a slap shot from his own side of the wrong side of the rink. Theo Peckham plays it with a stick. Then he takes a look, but it's wide of the mark, but it doesn't matter. Guelph will brew again.
And the Kings of the Jungle and the 3HL Hamilton Tigers go down as the Brewers pick up their second tour title of the season, third of their career, and move into second place as they send this hometown Owen Sound crowd home happy. And there are a ton of local boys on this Brewers team.
And now they're shaking hands at center ice. That's a terrific battle between these two clubs. Now, Hamilton can't feel bad. If they feel bad, they can just go lie on their big bags of money and feel better instantly, can't they?
No, absolutely. I mean, how can't you? I mean, they're still in first place. They still have 3 title wins. You know, they've been to the finals again, only one time not reaching the finals when they did lose to Newmarket. So definitely not going to go home disappointed. And we're going to get ready to have Jim Diamond Lowe announce the tournament MVP presented by Ship My Pants, and of course the check ceremony, which Theo Peckham is making his way over to Justin Fox to accept the big check for the second time this year.
I'm also pleased to announce the tournament MVP, the Ship My Pants tournament MVP, number 9, Brett McLean.
Brett McLean is going to be the Ship My Pants MVP. There's Justin Fox shaking hands with the new dad who's talking things over. He turns around. It's like you can hear we were talking about him up
I'd
here.
like to welcome onto the ice 3HL founder Justin Fox. He's got the check for your chance. Fans, make some noise for them again, the Guelph Brewers.
For the second time this season, the Guelph Brewers are going to go home as champions of the 3HL Tour. Of a tournament, I should say. And how about that, Anthony? We did mention that is kind of cool that 3 tournaments that they've won now have all been north of the GTA.
north of the polar circle, I think is right. Yeah. Because it's minus 16 on the drive up, my friend. And my windshield wipers aren't working. Not that I'm complaining in the least. And you'll get no complaints from Brett McLean. There goes Theo. He's doing the circle with the check. I love it when they have a bit of fun. It is a game at the end of the day, right? And when you win and you're having fun, it's easy to be in a good mood.
Chris Menard, 1-for-1, not bad. First appearance on the tour, and first time he gets to hold up the check.
Well, I mean, he's got a Stanley Cup ring to go with it, but I mean, you know, it's a little bit of fun for them all here. This is a great job. And how about Alex Dupuis? Just being amazing.
No doubt about that. Alex Dupuis just quietly putting together an unbelievable season. I had him personally pegged as a contender for the Ship My Pants tournament MVP. Him, Chris Menard as well. But the man right there scoring that OT winner, and he was in the conversation in before that. So speaking of conversations, I think Sam's ready for one right here.
Thanks, guys. Alongside our Ship My Pants MVP of the tournament, Brett McLean here with his big check. Brett, how's it feel to pocket some more cash in this tournament?
It's nice, especially went to Oshawa, didn't win a game, went home empty-handed, so good bounce back for us. And a lot of us are from around this area, so it's special today.
You guys doing really well. Oh, kind of like a victorious water dump there. How'd that feel?
Felt nice. I'm pretty tired right now.
Now, you guys all working really well together. This is your second tournament win. What were the differences really between last season and this season, do you think, with your squad?
I think we're more comfortable with our team. We're all really close, so we have a lot of chemistry. And I think just this year we figured it out, found out when to use our energy, when to attack, and we've been getting great goaltending from Dupie, and that's helping us too.
What are you guys going to do with the cash?
Maybe go to the Harbor right now and celebrate in Owen Sound, so we'll see.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I'll let you skate with the check, and we'll see you guys later. I'll send it back upstairs to Pat and Anthony.
Thank you very kindly. So his brother hands him the check, and then somebody else hands him the water bottle. Marvelous. He got drenched, but don't feel bad for him. He's got about 7,000 reasons to get over that little drenching he had. So a successful tournament here in God's country, Owen Sound. Just some beautiful, beautiful area. It's on the Niagara Escarpment. It's filled with waterfalls. There's plenty of terrific areas to check out. And if you come here and check out an Owen Sound attack game, well, you've got no finer facility to see a game in.
You know what? This is unbelievable, this facility. It's the first time I've been up here. There's a AAA game coming up after this. So much hockey. We've seen, kids were practicing before some games. It's, the city of Owen Sound, it truly is a hockey town, and we saw that today. Some great fans came out here, and it's nice, Yes, Guelph, not really the local team, but with all the guys from this area, they might as well have been the local team. The noise that they made for when Guelph scored, especially that Brett McLean game winner, it was truly great to see, and I hope the 3HL Tour makes its way back to Owen Sound again sometime soon.
Have you ever seen, I won't call that a controversial goal, but it was an odd one, you know what I mean? It just skipped over the line. It was a pass intended, hits something, jumps in the air, gets past the goaltender. A Haiku had a shutout in the game previous. I mean, it wasn't the best goal you've ever seen to seal the deal. They'll skate away with the big check, however, but is that the most odd finish?
I think so, but I think that's kind of how it works, doesn't it? You mentioned it. It's when it's a close game, two teams that are so close together. Sometimes it's that little ugly goal that somehow trickles in and finds the back of the cage. That's the big separator between these two teams, and you mentioned already, Hamilton has to keep their heads high, heading home today with some more cash in their purse, still in first place, still leading the money leader, still best winning percentage.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be crying over this one at all. A really strong performance by them. But, the Guelph Brewers coming out on top and as deemed the hometown team with Theo Peckham scoring that huge game-tying goal. He's a guy that not only, is a big fan favorite here, and he did a lot of work, getting the community involved for this tournament as well.
And January 21st, we've got something else coming up on the schedule, my good
Yes,
friend.
January 21st will be up in Barrie. For the rest of the schedule, you can head to 3HLtour.com and check the schedule there. And, of course, we will be uploading all the highlights, all the great plays, and, of course, at the end of this month, so at the end of that last tournament, we'll have the Ship My Pants 3HL 3 stars of the month. So let us know. Tweet us at 3HL Tour, at 3HL Tour as well on Instagram and, of course, on Facebook. Let us know who you think should be one of the 3 stars for the month of January. So for everyone here at JBI, everyone here at 3HL TV, I'm Pat Gregoire, Anthony Regan, Sam McDade as well on Rinkside. We all say thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.